What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, guys, the vibes are up this week, okay? Our Cleveland Guardians, they've been looking really good. They've been looking so good.
Oh my God, I'm very happy the way our team is playing. I think we're going through the best moment of the season right now. We start slow, in the West Coast, but I think we play good at home and we keep going, playing really good. I'm gonna say it right now before everything starts. We are going to win 4 games. I just want to win 4 games in this road trip, and then come back on 4-2 is perfect. That's that's the numbers that I want. I think win the series against Baltimore and win the series against in Pittsburgh is going to be really good, really good. Wow. But our pitching staff are doing a great job too. So I'm very happy.
So what you're saying is like World Series is back on. The World Series is back on?
Well, you know what? Let's go.
You told me to pack my bags.
I want a World Series. I want a World Series, and I want to be there. And I want, our team, the Carlos Baerga team, is going to be there too. So I hope that our teams go all the way. But I think we are on track right now. The pitching staff are doing really good. And last night was a great game by Allen. Wow, what a game.
Yeah, Logan Allen, so far to start the season, he has a 2.3 ERA, 1.4 whip. Through 3 starts, he's striking people out last night, too. He had a no-hitter going through, I don't know how many innings, like 5, 6? Yes. Yeah, that was incredible. He had an incredible start. Do you think he can keep this up and keep this going for us?
I think so. I always say it's not how to throw hard. It's how to pitch inside, outside, get the hitters out of balance and stuff like that. And that's very important. And I think last year was a big year for him because he came up to the big leagues and then, he was up and down. He never was, the whole year in, with the team in the big leagues. But I think the experience that we have in spring training and last year helping a lot. And thanks God that he's doing a great job keeping us in the game, because if our pitching staff keep us in the game, we got opportunity to win. And I always say, please, go 5 or go 6 so we can rest the bullpen, and that's what he did for us. 5 2/3, 2 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeout. Like you say, the strikeout is being a good thing, for him right now, that he's doing a great job for us. Our bullpen is being we have to say, our bullpen at home, the only guy that got runs was Classic, in the last homestand. But our bullpen was really good. Yesterday, Cantillo got 1 run, and Chad Smith, they scored for him. There wasn't scored before. But, I think, it's been really good. And we got a good light from Classic. We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it. But Classic saved the game for us. So that's very big. I believe in him. I think he just need to get some little things together, to help us out. But I think that was really good for us.
Do you think the weather affects Clase a lot? Because his struggle started in the postseason when things start getting colder, and he's struggling at the beginning of the season when it was really cold. And I know it's really hard to throw that cutter when it's cold. Do you think he's just kind of affected by the weather and just needs to learn to adapt to play in colder weather? Or
maybe happened. But last year, if I don't remember, did we start in snow in Detroit? Or something like that. I can't remember. I know that we went through the snow in one of the games or something like that. But you know what? Every pitcher go through that. We was talking before we went on, live. We were talking about what's going on, with the pitching stuff. So, most of the great pitchers, they are having a really tough time right now. But the Clase, I believe. I talked to him in the last day of the homestand. I talked to him about, I need to have your confidence back. I want you to have a presence in the mound. I want you to let everybody know that you are the man. I don't want you to be like, kind of like in the middle, in there, like, that I'm going to do it today and I'm not going to do it. You know what? You belong here. You already did it, and you're going to do it again. That's the kind of attitude that you have to have when you are closer. And he have it. And I have to say, everybody go through that. There's no one closer right now in the big leagues that haven't get a hard time at this beginning this year.
Yeah, I mean, even Devin Williams is out there struggling in
Yes.
New York. Yeah. So, Carlos, I say this every single week, but you might be the most popular man that I know. You're bringing
Nah.
out the guests like crazy, and I think we have someone else this week. Do we
We're
have
having
someone
fun.
else?
We're having fun. You know, God gave us the opportunity to have this, you know, my friends here. And I think, you know, the fans love it. You know, it's been good. The first one was Omar Vizquel. No, it was Kenny Lofton, then Omar Vizquel. Gene Tommy was, wow, everybody's still talking about that. You know, you know, that day that Gene Tommy was with us. And I even like the question that you guys prepare for, you know, Tommy and for everybody. They've been really good. Positive J, wow, unbelievable too. So I love it. And I know today I'm going to have one of my buddies, the president, Dennis Martinez, is going to be with us today. What a job he did with us, with Cleveland in the playoff and to take us to the World Series. Even the last game that we lost, he keep us in the game. So that's why I love this guy, Dennis Martinez. They're going to be with us.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Infinity, luxury experiences for those who dare to be different.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always Positive J. Now, before we get into some Guardians headlines, the Carlos Baerga Show is proudly sponsored by Infinity. Safety has never looked this good with a suite of standard intelligent safety features. The all-new QX80 is as safe as it is luxurious. The Infinity QX80 is great for the whole family as it offers 3 spacious rows. It is an IIHS top safety pick, so go and check out everything Infinity has to offer right now. Okay, so the Cleveland Guardians, guys, back to the little hot home start. 5-1 at home. That's incredible, right? That's what we want to see.
No, we played really good at home, and that was special. We have to give credit to our pitching, our starters. Our starter went 165 ERA in those days at home, so that was very important to keep us in the game. And what I was saying in the radio, I was saying, hey, we need to go at least 5 or 6 innings, and everybody did it. Everybody did it. Keep us in the game and give you the opportunity. Even in the last game that we lost, we was in front. And our pitching staff pitched really good in there. Then we lost. That's okay, but we cannot win all. But I think finish it up with 5-1 in a homestand. That's very special. And I know Positive J, he ate a couple hot dogs in the first game, and then in the last game he hit more.
Yeah, I had 3 last game actually.
Oh, that's what was making us win. You eating hot dogs, or was it me purchasing a hot chocolate every single game?
Better be there.
I think it's just a combination of both of us being there as a show host. We're just bringing the magic.
Did you have your binoculars looking? I was there. I was there for every single game. But what is it about Progressive Field though that gives the Guardians such an advantage? What do you guys think?
I think defense. I think the home base advantage of that. Last year we finished 50-30. We lead the American League, in wins at home, and it's very special. And I think we play really good in there. But I think the way I saw our team playing against Baltimore yesterday, that was really good, and I like it. And I think we need to keep going, putting pressure to the other team, and our players love it. But we have to give credit, that first of all, Steven Kwan, that I know that we don't have it in the rundown, but I have to say, please, let's sign Steven Kwan.
Yeah,
and let's break the news on the show.
Hey, huh? What?
You gotta break the news on the show. I need you to be our insider. You gotta get this before everybody else.
I'm gonna get it for you guys. I'm gonna get in trouble remember, I work for Cleveland.
You're too lovable to be in trouble. No one can yell at you.
Hey, but I really want him to stay here. He's from our organization. He's come from the minor leagues, and he's been doing unbelievable. I never thought that he had this talent. I'm gonna say that to you guys. I saw him in the minor leagues. I know that he always had the ability to hit, but then he's doing everything: fielding, running, hitting, get on base. Again, lefty, he got the second best average last year. Hitting, over 300. Again, lefty. So he, when he get on base, our team is a different team because then we have Jose Ramirez, to bring those guys in and stuff like that. So that's why he's so special, and I love him. And the other thing that he have, his foundation, the way he cares off the field too, for people, for the kids, for school, stuff like that. That's very special. And I like players like that. They always have to give up, always like to help other people. And that's Stephen Kwan. So Cleveland, let's sign Stephen Kwan.
Yeah, pay the man.
I think I see a new trend going to happen before it happens, though. The torpedo bats were hot at first. But I think Kwan is the only person what I'm calling the hockey puck bat, because it looks like there's literally a hockey puck at the bottom. The way he's hitting, pretty soon that's going to be the new trend. Everyone's going to forget about the torpedo bats. They're going to want the hockey puck bat soon.
Yeah, but he's special. He already got 3 homers. Last year he got 11.
He's a little power hitter.
I mean, we're literally watching him become a 5-tool player, in front of our own eyes, which is incredible for someone his size to be able to hit home runs like that. He's learning from the best at his size is Jose. And he's even said it, if I'm going to learn and mimic someone's swing, why wouldn't I mimic and learn from Jose on my team, who's pretty much the same size as I am, and he's hitting power every single year. And I think it's just playing dividends. Again, another reason why Jose is the go to this team.
Very patient. But there's 2 more guys, Gabby, that I think Arias is being really good. A lot of people was talking about, now we lost Jimenez. And I even said, losing Jimenez was a tough decision. But yesterday I was listening to our president of the team, and he was talking about it was a hard decision to let go Josh Naylor and Jimenez. But we are talking about as organization, we're thinking about now and the future. And the future, we have a lot of players in the minor league. We have great players in the minor league too. So we need to give them the opportunity to step up. Gabriel Arias. So I want the people to know, when he got traded for Mike Clevinger, he was the biggest name in there. But when he came in, he got hurt. And then he wasn't ready to play right away in the big leagues. So he had to go to the minor leagues. But I think he had the opportunity now. And I got the opportunity, to interview him, and he went to Venezuela to play this year. And I think playing there, helping a lot. Now he's our second baseman. He's doing a great job in second base, but he hitting for power and RBI, 3 homers, 7 RBI, hitting 286. Do you expect that, Gabby, from him?
Did I? I just want to do a quick little humble brag here. We said, we were predicting who we thought should be the starting second baseman, and Arias was my choice. Now, I also love Angel Martinez. I'm glad he's here too, but that was my choice, and it's really fun to see what he's doing and contributing to our team right now. And if we want to shift to Angel Martinez a little bit, he's off to an incredible hot start, but do you think that he could be moved to the 2-hole, Jose back to the 3, have him behind Stephen Kwan, or do we like Jose Ramirez where he is right now?
Well, I don't know. I know the man here. I know Steven Bach. He's the man. He's the one that, decide. But I think, the way Martinez can help us out over there. But I think he's doing a great job where he are right now. And we are winning. When you're winning, you don't change anything. You keep it like that. But I think Angel Martinez is being unbelievable. In 4 games, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, hitting 571, people. 571. And then all the amazing catches that he's making in center field, they have been unbelievable. So I love it. I'm happy that he's there with us, that he's having fun. Yesterday, he hit a triple. You watched the triple yesterday. He was in the bases. So he bring joy. And the good thing is he hit from both sides of the plate. So that's a special skill that he has.
Yeah, my favorite thing about him also is that he looks like he just enjoys playing baseball, and that's really fun and exciting to see. So we're going to take a little break here, but thanks again to our friends at Infinity, and we come back, we will talk more Guardians, and we'll talk a little bit of things going on around the league.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Pure AV, luxury home automation. Experience your dream smart home.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, always positive Jay, and Carlos, once again, you have a guest for us. Let's hear about it.
Yes. I have one of my best friends in the game that God gave me the opportunity to play with him in Japan. That was the first time making the All-Star team for the USA team. And I have the opportunity to invite him to play with us in Cleveland. And that was one of the best acquisitions that we have in Cleveland that year. There was a very special in 1994. Dennis Martinez win 245 games, 370 ERA, played for 5 teams, four-time All-Star, lead the league in wins in 1981, lead the league in ERA 1991. A perfect game that I know that you guys are going to talk about it with him. And this guy never got surgery in his arm. This guy was amazing pitcher. Dennis Martinez with us. How you doing, Dennis?
All right, Carlos. Thanks for having me.
Back to coming to Cleveland, you came to the Indians when they were starting to turn it around in 1994. What could you feel about that team that was special, and did anything stand out with that group that made it so special?
Well, I guess new stadium, plus they had some kind of lineup that they could score some run, and as a pitcher, I guess you're always looking for support. That was one of the main things that happened during that time because I was a free agent and I was pretty much at the end of my career. So I was trying to set up and go to a team where I can get a run support and be able to win some more games. So that was it. That was the good fix at that time.
With all the insane amount of personalities that you guys had on that 95 team, and you're kind of coming in there as a vet, what was that like to just deal with personalities like Albert Bell and Kenny Lofton and Carlos? Like, what was that like for you?
Well, we were come as pretty much try to lead the staff. Me personally with the pitching and Eddie with the hitters. So that was the set that Eddie and I would talk about it, and we thought that was our job when they hired us to join the Indians. So Eddie started going to, mingling with the hitters, and I started mingling with the pitchers to see what it was all about and try to set up the way that we were supposed to go by and go all the way to went to the championship, because that's basically what Mr. Jacob wants. So I guess we did a pretty good job. We came through, and John Hart and Mr. Hank Peter, that he was there before John Hart, they did all this kind of report because we coming from the Orioles organization. So Hank Peter came from the Orioles organization, John Hart also. So they were pretty good mix. They knew what it was all about. They knew what they're going to bring to the Indians, and so we were grateful to enjoy them.
Danny, your experience before you come to our team, it was very important for our organization to bring it, because we have a lot of young players, a lot of young pitchers, but we need to go to the next level. And you just said in 1994 when they come out, and talk to you about, to sign with the team, the first thing that you said, you asked me in Japan, you asked me, Carlos, did your team score a lot of runs? Tell me, why you asked me that? Wow, that was so important for you and, to come to Cleveland.
Well, because, all the other teams that I was, the Orioles, the Expos, that I was kind of struggling to get some run support. And when I got the run support, I was able to hold up, and I had the chance to win some ball game. But, that was, as a starting pitcher, I guess that's what basically we're looking for, to get support and help the team to win the ball game, because I knew that my way that I was able and capable to go through more than 7 innings pretty much in every game. So I was deep into the game, and when I got the lead, oh boy, that was something like the game was kind of over. But sometimes when you give it to the bullpen and you didn't get support also that much, and you lead that to the bullpen, I had a tough time to be able to get that. So I was able to figure it out, and we went to the scouting report about the Indians, and we saw that they were scoring like about 7 or 8 run a game. So I go, that's the team that I would like to join, and that's the team that I'm looking for. So basically, that's what it was.
Yeah, so not only were you going for many innings in games, your career went to you were 44 years old. How are you able to do that at such a high level for so long? And was there something in the water in Cleveland that helped you out? Because Omar Vizquel, Sandy, Jim Thome, Kenny, everybody played into their 40s. What helped you get to that point?
Well, I was blessed, I guess, and I was the type of person that enjoyed playing the game that I love to play baseball, and it was in my blood all the way from when I was a young kid. So, and I was hungry when I came to this country, and I was able to get the opportunity to play. So I was going to give it all, and I never give 75 or 80% thinking that I was going to get hurt. I just give it a full effort. So, and I guess that's one of the things that when you play this game, you don't even think about injuries. So, plus, I prepare myself real well. I dedicate myself real well because that was my job. My job was to be accountable for the team every 5 days on the mound, and I wanted the team to be proud of the organization when they hired me. So that was my priority and myself as a starting pitcher. That don't want to be that kind of guy that when they were saying, "Oh, we give them some amount of year in the contract," and look at that, it was not worth it. No, I had a pride toward that, and so it made me to work hard to be able to stay healthy. I dedicate myself from day one, even from before spring training. When I started getting ready late in December, doing the running, the little throwing that you're supposed to do, the stretching, plus pitching. You have to be able to be flexible. So I need a lot of elasticity exercise to be able to be flexible, and so I guess all those ingredients help a lot.
Now, you accomplished one of the hardest feats of all sports. You threw a perfect game. And not only did you throw a perfect game, you were the first non-American born person to ever do that. One, what did that mean to you to be the first foreign player to ever accomplish that feat in baseball, which has been around forever? And two, around when did you realize that you might have something special going on in this game and you started thinking, or did you even think about you're throwing a perfect game?
Well, I mean, there's my career, my life is always, it was a challenge, in every way since day one, I guess. Just coming to this country, all my friends that we went to the school with, they approached me and they always try to challenge me like, oh, we bet you next month you're going to be back home. We bet you that in 2 weeks you're going to be back here. You're not good enough, whatever.
Wow.
So all those little things, it was a challenge for me to make those people wrong, because my attitude was, who are they for dictate for what I can do? So I took that personally, and I beat all those ads. So that's the way I treated baseball in my life, my career. That I had to work hard to get what I have and what I want. So it's not easy, but if you don't put in enough effort to do it, you will not achieve. So I was blessed also for the perfect game. That I don't know if you guys know, but I had a drinking problem, and so in my recovery from '83 to '91, it was 8 years. So that's when the transition I started beginning to myself. I started getting more clear about what pitching is all about. When I got to Montreal, I was a different pitcher, and I started realizing and I started seeing a lot of different things that I didn't saw before. So I was able to read the hitters real well, and to attack them the way that I need to get them out, and all those things. Put it together in '91. That all the hard work that I did and be able to make a comeback, and also to prove that I was okay. And so it was a bless from the sky. I guess God saw the enough effort that I was doing, and give us that gift, because that's what I took as a gift for him with that perfect game. So it was really, I was grateful for that. And and now the second question was when did I realize that I knew that the game was going fast, because Mike Morgan was throwing a perfect game also. We both were throwing a perfect game through the sixth inning.
Wow.
And then in the seventh, that's when an error, and then Walker hit a double, and Dave Martinez got on base, and we scored 2 runs. I looked at the scoreboard and I saw there was no hit in their side. So I go, holy cow, no hitter. Okay, so let me see how far I can go. Because I was taking it inning by inning. Okay, he got a 0. I gotta give him 0. So I was competing with Mike, in and out. So, and when I got the 2 run, and when I saw the hit, I said, okay, let me see if I can win this inning then. by not giving a hit or no run. So I did that too. And I realized the perfect game in the eighth when I came on deck circle, and somebody from the fans screamed at me, "Hey, Dennis, do you know you throw a perfect game?" So I heard him, but I didn't put attention to it because I knew all those cliches. So I'm kind of, went to the batting box and I got a base hit, as a matter of fact, and I went to the first base. And Eddie Murray, being a teammate of mine with the Orioles, he came close to me and said, "Hey, did you hear that? Did you hear that jerk?" I go, "Yeah, but I don't pay attention, Eddie. How do you do the good thing then?" So and then he said, "Yeah, but how come you not throw me fastball when you were 3-2, man? You throw me a changeup." Eddie, Eddie is a piece of beauty, He came back right away with that because I had a 3-2 in him and I threw a changeup. He almost broke his back. So he came out with that too. So that was the time that I realized that he was going something special.
Dennis, our team was so unbelievable. The hitting that we had. Kenny Lofton first, Omar. His fielding was amazing. Albert Bell bringing guys in. Eddie Murray, Dave Whitfield. And you got 7 and 8. You got Jim Tomey and Manny Ramirez. This lineup was one of the most special lineup. And Sandy Alomar hitting 9. Sandy Alomar hitting 9 in our team and stuff like that. Talk to us about that game 7 in Seattle against Randy Johnson. Why you always like to pitch the big game? What you have in your mind when you learn that? And I was looking to here, you had the opportunity to play with 4 unbelievable guys that win. Listen to this, Jay and Gabby, so you guys know. This guy right here started his career with Baltimore when Baltimore had 4 guys that win 20 games. David McNally, Jim Palmer, Mike Cuellar, and Pap Johnson. So the experience that this guy had when he was a little young guy was special for you. What it was that you always come through in the biggest moment? What you have in your mind?
Well, like I say, I mean, my career was especially when I came to when I was in Montreal, beginning with the Orioles at the end, but when I came to Montreal, I was put out like in the kind of ace of the staff, maybe because the time that I was playing and all that, but I was able to be a number 1. You had to face number 1 pitcher in the other team, so that was a challenge to be able to compete against those guys. If we faced the Brave, that would be Maddox or Glavine. If it was the Met, that was Gooden or Jay or Jada. If you went to Dodger, Herchizer or somebody else, I mean, always the number 1 of the other team. So, I had to be as best as I can be to be able to beat those guys. And as a matter of fact, I had a pretty good record against those guys because, hey, I mean, they made me tough. They made me tough because I had to be tough. They were tough, so I had to be tough like them. So it was like a contagious thing that I kind of took it as a good learning experience for me. That be around to winners, I become a winner, and I learned that way. So I was able to I like it, the challenge too, to be able to be in the situation where people have doubt of me ability, and that was the case on number 6, game 6 in Seattle. I remember and the headline in the newspaper was David against Goliath. Yeah, because Randy Johnson was in prime time, and I was in my way out. I was 41 years old, so I was a grandpa then, and there was wow, a grandpa is still pitching over in the mounds and all that kind of thing. So, and the odds were 1 against 100, I guess, that in favor of Randy Johnson, especially in the Kingdom in Seattle. Yeah. So when I saw that headline in the newspaper, I go, wow, all right, I'm going to prove these people wrong. So, and I was fortunate to pitch the way that I pitched that game and beat them and Randy Johnson in their own field. So, but he was helped with Carlos Baerga, Kenny Lofton, that guy with the wild pitch scored from second base all the way to home plate. I mean, when I saw that, I said, holy cow, that's what I needed. Yeah, they fired me up too. So, and we ran one situation in that game when we had a first and second, 2 out. Edgar Martinez coming to the plate. So Tony Peña came to the mound and said, what do you want to do? And I go, hey, Tony, there's nothing to think about it. We got to go hard in with him. And if we hit him, okay, we put him base and we don't waste too many pitches. If we hit in the first base, that's fine. There's nothing we can do. But we're not going to try to hit it, but we're going to go in because if we try to pitch around or be on the outside corner, that's the way, that's his strength. So we don't want Edgar beat us. So, okay. So we went there. I threw the first pitch, and Edgar dove a little bit, tried to think that I was going to go outside, and he got hit, I think, in the leg and the thigh. So okay, he took a professional because he knew that he was nothing doing a purpose. So he went to first base. I had a Tino Martinez 2-2 and came to a 3-2.
You still remember that?
With the bases loaded. So Tony called me for a fastball, but we had a sign that I told Tony, I said, even if you call me fastball, I can throw a change. Is that okay with you? He said, yeah, fine, throw whatever you want. I said, okay. He called me fastball. He called me fastball 3-2, right? Because hey, bases loaded, 3-2. You don't want to walk in, they tie the game, whatever. I said, okay. And I throw a changeup just in case. So the guy, Edgar, Tino Martinez, he saw the pitch coming out straight toward him, and you can see his swing way in front of it, and we struck him out. So that was the turning point of that game. You see, you have to take some time that willing to go to any length to get it. And I took the risk. We took the chance, and we become a winner.
Let's go to a break, and then we come back and are asking 2 questions so he can keep continuing. He's playing golf today, guys, and he's stepping
we can't keep
the
him away for too long.
Here.
Yeah, perfect. We're gonna take a quick little break, and we'll be back to you guys in 1 sec.
And I'm hungry.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Fairway Ford, the largest inventory of new Ford trucks, the lowest pricing, and same hometown level of service.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show, everybody. With me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend, Carlos Baerga, always positive Jay, and Carlos, you are the most popular man I know.
No, I'm blessed to have a friend like Dennis Martinez, and I always say my family love him. I love his family too. We both have grandkids, so we are having fun. To have the opportunity to come to Cleveland, to the city, that give us the opportunity to play, to enjoy winning. I remember that game that you pitched, and I got the opportunity to hit a home run.
Carlos, wait a minute, hold it. She's right, man. You the man in Cleveland. You were the man in Cleveland those times, man.
Let him know.
You own the city. You were the man. Come on,
No. I just have fun together with a great team that I always say, Cleveland gonna remember this team for the whole life. You're gonna have at least 9 players. You remember how many times that I've been saying here? At least twice. We're gonna have 9 players in the Hall of Fame, and I mention yourself, Dennis, that you're gonna be in the Hall of Fame, and other Hersizers. We was blessed to have Dennis, Eddie Murray, other Hersizers, Dave Winfield, Albert Bell, Gene Tomey, Manny Ramirez, Kenny Lofton, and Omar Vizquel. They all gonna be in the Hall of Fame, and I hope that God give you the opportunity to have that. Dennis, but you went later after we win. The celebration was unbelievable. We went to Cleveland and stuff like that. But you pitched the last game of the World Series and keep us in the game 1-1. Tell us about that moment when they put you to pitch in that game. Tell us about the feeling that you have. Do you want to get out from the game, or you want to keep going at that time?
Well, I talked to Mike Hargrove. I mean, that was one thing that I talked to Mike Hargrove earlier in '94 when I was there, because he always asked me, come in and ask me, how do you feel? And I said, I feel good. And I said, okay. So I talked to him. I said, Mike, please, when you're coming in to the mound, don't even ask me how I feel, if I want to, or if I want to go out, because I will never tell you yes. I will not go out. I'm not that type of pitcher. So you either come from the dugout with your mindset about taking me out, and that's it. So I knew that from that point on, if Mike was coming to the mound, I was gone. So I knew, because that was the only time they was coming in. Otherwise, he would send the pitching coach to chat with me. But other than that, he always come like that. And that time, we were 0-0 was the game going, Carlos. And so I went all the way there. I 1-1 against, 1-1 facing Glavin. So, and then in the 7th, Dave Justice was coming in as a leadoff guy in that inning. And so Mike, in the 6th, when in the dugout, he asked me, "Hey, that's enough, man. You did your best shot to us. Sorry we didn't score any more run, but I'm going to bring Jim Poole to face Dave Justice." I said, "Okay." So, I mean, I was not going to fight with them. I'm not going to, complain with them, because I respect the manager also. And I was that type of pitcher that I was not going to give a hard time to him if he had to make his mind. And we had something that we talked about it before. So I was just pleased that I did what I need to do to hold up and the way that I did. So, and I hope that Jim will do the job against Justice. But as soon as I turned my face and I heard the sound of the bat, I look at the ball, and it was way out there in right field. The ball was gone. So we lose 1-0 in that game. But that was one of those games, and Glavin got a pretty good side of the play too with the strike zone. I guess I heard you guys complain about it, and and I saw that in the replay too. So that was those things that happened in those kind of games. But it was a great game. I enjoyed it, and I was happy to play with the Indians and be part of that World Series. It took 41 years for them.
Yes.
To be able to go back to the World Series. And that was my age. You see, everything worked for a reason. I don't know why.
Wow.
They wait for 41 years. Okay, every man they come to pitch, 41 years old, to put them in the World Series. So wow. I go, why me? But then I go, why not me then? So I was blessed in all those things.
Yes.
Yeah, that's incredible. Going back to the fans in the time that you were here in Cleveland, I've been asking everybody this because I wasn't around to watch those games. I wasn't there during these times. These are the games that I've been growing up watching. What was it like to have a sold-out stadium for every single game that you played, and what did that mean for you guys as a team to have those fans behind you? And what is maybe missing from the game right now, or things that the current players could do to bring that fandom back to Major League Baseball?
Well, I will tell you one thing. That was electrifying there. I mean, we had a good combination, good chemistry with the fans. Those people, we knew that we're going to get the support in Cleveland and also outside of Cleveland too, because we show and we make sure that wherever we were going, they will know that the Indian will come in town. So, and we have that respect. But in Cleveland, oh boy, they were trouble. I mean, the people for the first game all the way to the end, those 3 years, they were sold out every single game. They make us play the way we play because we don't want to let them down. They were there from day one, and we will respond the same way. And I tell you one thing, I enjoyed those moments. I am still going back to Cleveland, and I still enjoying it because they're special fans. Cleveland people, fans, they're the only one that I ever know how they love this game, what kind of fans they are, and they give it everything for the try. So I'm really glad that I was able to participate in that because it was exciting. I enjoyed it every single minute because every time they can, even if we were losing, doesn't care how many runs was the difference. They knew that we would make us come back late in the game, and nobody left the stadium.
Yes.
They always stay until the end because they knew that something magical would happen, and it happened.
So not only were you the first foreign player to pitch a perfect game, you were also the first player ever from Nicaragua, your hometown, and they even named a stadium after you. Like not everyone gets a. I mean, you're lucky to get a statue. You got a whole stadium named after you. What kind of honor was that for you?
Well, that's a mixed story that I'm going to tell you how that happened. That stadium, they did it. The Taiwan people, the Taiwan government,
Yes.
donate that to be able to build the stadium, and so they come out with the resolution that they were going to put Dennis Martinez, but they had a lot of debating because during that time the government of the Sandinistas, they were in power, so they don't really do those kind of things, and that's what the problem we have, that they don't recognize the young people. They looking for try to go in the other direction. So what happened is that finally, I guess they had no choice, and maybe the Taiwan people, they approached them and say, oh, if you don't put Dennis Martinez's name in that stadium, we're not going to do nothing then. So finally, it came through. They invited me to be part of that, and I accept that, and and I invite Carlos Baerga as my friend, like Major League Baseball people too, and Eddie Murray and a couple other people that be around me then, and I was glad that they were there. So and we had a great time. It's a major league ballpark. But you know what happened though? In 2018, and that was 2017 that we inaugurated that ballpark. In 2018, the young people in Nicaragua, they erupt because they were not happy with the government. And what happened was that the government started shooting them from the stadium. So that was bad. And when I saw those in the videos, when that happened, I raised my voice and I said, that stadium, it was not meant to be for that. It meant to be just to play baseball, which is the number one sport in our country. Why they use it for that purpose? Why they use it for have those people killing our own people? So I have to raise my voice. And when I start raising my voice, they just kind of took away the name of the stadium myself. So
what happened to that stadium, guys?
In a way, I'm glad because I don't want to be part of that thing anymore because there was blood involved, and I don't agree with that.
I really admire what you did because that's very important. I'm a Christian guy, so I you too, and we believe in love. We believe in God, and we believe that that we need to love each other. Dennis, you are our ambassador, and you are a guy from our organization for the Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland Guardians. When you see our team that we have right now, last year we make it to the playoff. Now you came up this weekend and you see that we win 5 games in a row, stuff like that. Tell me about the talent that you see, the pitching stuff that we have.
I was impressed to see the guy that he pitched the first game, which was Friday, BB or something.
BB.
Yeah.
The BB remind me you. He reminds me. Yes.
He kind of have a little bit of that, but he's younger and he have more potential because the way he's throwing and his repertoire that he have. But one thing that I can see, in the learning process, that they throw too many pitches. They don't pitch to contact, and when that would take with experience, though. As the time go by, they have to realize. Because right now they want to do, and I did do the same. Sometimes you get in the chance when you want to strike them out everybody, and that's not the right way to do it. Because when you have that tendency, you throw a lot of pitches, and when you throw a lot of pitches, they're gonna take you out. So, and that's what happened with him. That he was not able to get the victory because he only pitched 4 2/3, and I find out that was because he threw too many pitches. But if for one more out, I believe that the manager should give him the benefit of the doubt to, hey, that's your starter number 1. I guess I don't know if he's number 1 or not, but
number 1.
So if he's number 1, man, you got to give it to encourage him to make sure that with that it will feel like, okay, my manager have faith on me. He give me the opportunity to get that W. Now, if I let him down, he have the right for the next time. Do not do that. But that's the psychological part that the manager and player we're going through that. But I like the pitching that I saw with the relievers, and I saw Mackenzie also. That was one of the guys that I saw last year, and I was able to talk to him because I believe that kid he had great potential to become something special, and he is special. So
Yes.
I explained to him, and I say, hey, man, why you not pitching the same way you did last year? And he said, well, I tried to adjust myself from 1 year to another year. And listen, you know how long did I pitch in this game? He said, kinda. I go, I pitched for 23 years at this level. And I didn't make an adjustment until I see that the hitter will make an adjustment toward me. If they don't make an adjustment toward me, why I have to make an adjustment? Why you have to fix something that is not broke? So he kind of laughed and he kind of stared at me like, wow, I never heard this before. And so I told him, hey, listen, go to your thing, man. Go to your four-seam fastball and use your two-seamer when you need to, but use your change and your breaking ball. Those stuff that you have just good. So challenge them with your best pitch, which is the four-seam fastball. Try to set them up in the low and away, and you will see the difference. So that kid was so happy, and he embraced me, and he hugged me and said, "Thank you. I'm going to do that." So we tried to pass it on that thing, but I see that Cleveland they have a pretty good pitching this year, and I hope they stay safe and healthy. And when I saw what's his name, Clase, the reliever, the closer, that's an amazing guy. But
Yeah.
also he's challenged with the fastball, and then he threw a breaking ball flat there. I mean, and he got hit. I mean, I don't understand why, but that's something that he will work it out to figure it out how to do it right.
I know that when Dennis talks, I know that he will lie to me in the bound. I know that you have that feeling. I see it in your eyes. You have the opportunity to have it in the radio, and you have to see him. He's like he want to jump in the field. Gabby and Jay, he want to be in there. That's why it's hard for me to watch it from upstairs. And I love it because I do the radio and I work for the organization that I lead it up. But it's hard to watch a game when you want to I want to get the big opportunity to bring that runner in. He want to strike out a player. He want to pitch. That's really special. And thank you, Dennis, to be with us today. And before we finish, I would like to say something to you. Dennis, thank you for representing Latin America. You are, what you did, your story is unbelievable. When you went through that, you said at the beginning, the problem that you have with drinking, you have to, you can't even play for almost 2 years. You have to take care of that and came back again. And you came back, with victory that, not too many people have the courage, to do that. I respect you for that. And you know what? I had number 21. If you see the jersey over there, and you are the guys, the biggest people in Nicaragua. And I know that you love Roberto Clemente, who he was for you.
Well, yes, Roberto Clemente is a story that in 1972, I was with the national team of Nicaragua.
Listen this.
And Roberto Clemente was the manager for Puerto Rico. So I was supposed to pitch against Puerto Rico that evening. And I like to watch the opposite team do MVP, so I can pick it out whatever I can pick it out from the hitter point of view, and where the strength and where the weakness and all that kind of thing. So, and I look at one person that he was pointing to the left side, to the left field, and hit the ball, and he went deep to the left field, and then he pointed to the center field, and he hit the ball, and it went way up there in center field. It went deep, and then he pointed to the right field. And he went deep to the right field. I go, holy cow, who's that person? So I get out the dugout and I went to the batting cage and I say, hey, my man, what's up? No, in Spanish, hola, yo soy Denny Martinez. ¿Y tú quién eres? Entonces one of the guys next to me say, hey, this is Roberto Clemente. I go, oh, are you Roberto Clemente? Wow. I embrace it and I say, okay, good luck, thank you. So I left. But that impression that I had from him, it took me to pitch that game, and I was able to beat Puerto Rico in that game, unfortunately. But hey, it is what it is, okay? Yeah. So and later on that year, we had an earthquake, and Roberto Clemente was the first person that he tried to bring some goods to our country because the way he was treated in our country when he was there. So, and he gave his life for the needy people in our country. So that was huge for me. That showed me what kind of person that he was, what kind of human being he was. So I was able to meet him before that happened. So that stuck in myself, that I look up for him and I want to be like him as much as possible, like too. But there's no way I was going to be like him. But I tried my best to do that. So that's how it happened. You know, that was a strange thing happened in my life. I mean, that I don't even know why, but you know, it's happened.
Wow. So
that's another story. Yeah, Roberto Clemente is my idol and is still my idol.
Awesome, Danny. Danny, thank you very much. I don't know if my friends that they have another question or anything like that. Do you have a Jay? Or
I'm good.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you for your time, Dennis, and I want you to be able to get back to your little lunch and golf, you know?
Yes,
I don't want to keep you waiting for so long.
Yes, God bless you, Danny. All the best, and I hope that I see you in August 29. It's going to be the whole 1995 World Series team together here in Cleveland. It's going to be our anniversary, and I hope the fans come in and take picture with Dennis. He can sign a ball or anything like that, and he can throw the cool ball like the way he used to throw it. God bless you. All the best, my friend. God bless you. Be ready. Stay here because we're coming with more.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend, Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, we're going to take you guys a little drive around the league, but before we do that, it's brought to you by Ken Ganley Ford. Ken Ganley Ford has 2 convenient locations in Parma and Norton, and right now, they are proud to announce employee pricing for all. That's right, you pay what their employees pay for nearly any new Ford. They offer an extensive inventory of vehicles, friendly team, and a state-of-the-art Ford service center on site. Be sure to check them out right now at kenganleyfordparma.com. Now, Carlos, you take it away.
Gaby, vámonos en español. Oiga, alrededor de la liga es presentado por Ken Ganley Ford. Ken Ganley Ford cuenta con 2 sucursales convenientes en Parma y Norton y ahora mismo se enorgullecen de anunciar precios de empleados para todos. Así es, paga lo mismo que sus empleados, pagan por casi cualquier Ford nuevo y te ofrecen un amplio inventario de vehículos, un equipo amable y un centro de servicio Ford de vanguardia en sus instalaciones. Así que no dudes en visitar Ken Ganley Ford in Parma.com.
Yeah, that was amazing. Everything just like for some reason will always sound better.
I'm ready to go buy a Ford right now after that.
I got a Ford, buy one too. Come on, we'll all go together.
My wife's got one. She loves hers. I need one now.
Ahora mismo, Ken Ganley Ford. Let's go.
Yeah, so drive around the league, guys. Where do you want to start? What teams do we want to talk about? I heard APJ, what do you got for us over there?
I mean, we got some teams that are actually kind of struggling for a surprise, like Minnesota, Atlanta, and I mean, who do you think is the biggest surprise right now of all the teams struggling?
I don't think Minnesota's a surprise to me. Sorry,
I was not surprised. I mean, a lot of the bettors and stuff said Minnesota was going to win our division, and they're in last currently. So,
White Sox.
Well, I have to say, the team that we're playing right now, Baltimore is in the last place. Nobody expected that. Everybody thought that was going to be like second or third in the East, in the Central, and I think we expect Cleveland, Tigers, and Kansas City be fighting in there. Those are the teams that are going to be there. But in the West, it's going to be the Angels. The Angels are right there with Texas. They're fighting in there. They're playing really good baseball for me. In the other side, Atlanta Braves right now, 5-13, 5-13 right now. I never expect that. For them to be down low in there. That's what I believe. And the other division, I believe Pittsburgh is in the last place and Colorado. So I don't expect that. I think the best division this year has been the National League West. San Diego, San Francisco, Dodgers, and Arizona. Wow. They had the opportunity to make a record. That never happened before, to have 4 teams make it to the playoffs. Do you think that's going to happen?
Do I think it's going to happen? No. But would I like to see it happen? Yes, of course I would like to see that happen. But I don't think it will. I don't think it will. I think someone will cool off, and I don't think it will be the Dodgers. I don't think it will be the Padres, and I think it might be the Giants. I know they're off to a hot start, but if I could say out of those teams who would not make it, that's who I would go with.
I feel like the hot start by San Diego also has kind of helped me deal with being swept by them because they were like
they're very
we're
good.
one of the best teams right now. It's like, all right, maybe everyone overreacted. We just played the hottest team in baseball, so let's just kind of relax. And now we're back to our winning ways as we should be.
Yeah, Fernando Tatis is having a great year. Now Luis Arraez start hitting. Their pitching staff is being. Gabi, why you went like this, Gabi? What happened?
Fernando Tatis Jr. is my favorite baseball player. He's my favorite player in the league.
I think players like him can get baseball back to like
he's electrifying. He's very fun. He's very exciting. Everything he does on the baseball field, either someone's mad about or someone likes. That's what I like to see.
People like him and Ellie De La Cruz.
I know. Well, Ellie De La Cruz is good, but I think that the career of Fernando Tatis, they're hitting like 370 something with 5 homers, and 6 homers, 12 RBIs. He's leading the team. The Gold Glove catch that they make every day. He win the Platinum Gold Glove too. So this guy bring everything. And Jay and Gabi, you know who it remind me? You remember when Sammy Sosa used to start the game running to right field, and everybody went loud. The ballpark went loud. That's what he do with the San Diego Padres. And this guy is the face of the San Diego Padres. If he go, the team's gonna go. So I believe Fernando Tatis is the biggest player right now in the National League.
Yeah, so you think he has a push for MVP? You think he could win the MVP?
I think so. If he stay healthy the whole year, I believe he's going to have it. I know that everybody talk about Ohtani. Everybody say Ohtani again, Ohtani. But you know what? This year he's going to have people that are going to be fighting with him.
He kind of makes me feel old because I still remember watching his dad play. I'm like, yeah, thanks for making me feel old. Like I'm getting to that age now. All the juniors are now starting to pop up, like Vladimir Guerrero, Greg Biggio's kids up here now. I'm like, oh man, y'all are making me feel old.
Yeah. But there's some great players right now, and even Soto. Soto starts slow, but I know he's gonna finish. He's a great hitter. I think baseball is going through a great time. We just saw Bobby Witt Jr. here in Cleveland. Every day he got a hit, steal a base, he catches great catches, stuff like that. So I think baseball is going to one of the best moments for the fans. Even a lot of young players like Corbin Carroll, with Arizona. We have Alonso, Pete Alonso. You can imagine Pete Alonso if he don't sign with the Mets? Where the Mets should be right now? They're for place.
Yeah, he's carrying it.
And Pete Alonso is being unbelievable. He's been the man in there.
Well, now he's going to get a lot of money.
Yes.
He's going to get even more now. He's doing it.
Mentioning players getting a lot of money, you had Vladimir Guerrero just signed a huge contract, had a slow start, just got his first home run today. And do you think players struggle at first when they sign those monster contracts, like they're trying to hit a home run every pitch and live up to the contract every day?
Let me explain something to you because I just got this yesterday. Remember that I work a little bit with Major League Baseball, and look at what's going on around the league. This is the slower hitting year in baseball. 235 right now. The slower on base percentage, 311. The slower OPS percentage, 635. So I've been saying, and I'm going to say it again to everybody here. I think cutting down the spring training to 20 games is less hitting, less inning for the pitchers, less, a team together, in spring training. I think it's
they're not coming in rhythm.
It's showing up. And then when you play in a cold weather, all those 4 teams, it's hard to do. This is a tough game. This is the only sport that you play almost every day. You might get 3 or 4 days off in a month. So if you don't start the year the way you need to start, you can be struggling the whole year. So you have to make sure that you come to spring training ready. And I know what they're going to do. But when I mention those numbers, I received those numbers today. This is the slowest in hitting, 235. All on base percentage, 311, since 1972. That don't happen. And OPS 696, the worst in 1989. This is that's a big thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everyone needs the hockey puck bat. That's what's going to save
Maybe. I mean,
baseball.
not everyone can be as incredible as Stephen Kwan. But speaking of a team that's off to a very slow start, statistically wise, specifically, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and that's a team that we're going to be seeing this weekend play against the Cleveland Guardians. So when we come back from this break, we can talk about that matchup a little bit more.
The Big Play Sports Network is brought to you by Garage Beer. No bitterness, no frills, no IPA, just beer-flavored beer.
Welcome back to the Carlos Baerga Show with me, Gab Gowdy, Cleveland Indians legend Carlos Baerga, and always positive Jay. Now, we have some fun series coming up. The Cleveland Guardians, they're traveling to Pittsburgh, and then after that, it's going to get a little carried away. So, Jay, let's talk about the Pirates for a second. What are your thoughts on this upcoming series? What do you think we're going to do in Pittsburgh?
I mean, we should at least
bring the brooms?
Yeah, I would like to sweep them, to be honest with you. I don't want to be the team that gives this team confidence to get rolling again. Let's keep them down while they're down. Paul Skeens he's pitching all right.
We do have to see Paul Skeens.
And I can't wait to see Jose Ramirez go up against Paul Skeens. Like, that is just a matchup made in heaven. And hopefully maybe one of us will be able to get out there maybe and get to a new ballpark, because one of my goals is to get to Pittsburgh, and I'm hopefully trying to get there maybe Saturday.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be there Saturday too, because I want to watch Paul Skeens on the mound against the
Cleveland Guardians. God. So the people from Carlos Baerga Show is going to be there. But I want the fans. Next Monday, we're coming back home. Our team's coming home. We're going to play the Yankees. We're going to play Boston, and then we play Minnesota. So I want to say to the fans, please, let's go to the ballpark. It's a home time for us. So we playing really good at home, and you guys are going to make it more special if you show up in there, okay? So I want to see you guys over there, okay? Thank you for being with us in Carlos Baerga Show. Thank you, Gabby. Thank you, Jay. What an honor always to be with you guys.
Yeah, so I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys at the ballpark in the next coming weeks. We're all going to be there, right? We're going to be there. You guys are going to be there.
I'll be eating hot dogs still.
We'll be eating hot dogs. And then until then, do we have anything else for everybody?
We got it. But let's do it.